Hello everyone. In previous video we seen that's how we can create a add API. Okay. Now in this video we are going to see that how in Spring Boot instead of passing parameter we are passing an object. Okay. So let's start. Okay. Let's in Spring Boot Java based. Okay. In previous video we seen that we are using again and again run command. Okay, so instead of using this we are using using dev tool dependency. Okay, so auto run. Okay, and in Spring Boot you can use the Spring Boot dev tool dependency to enable auto run. Okay, auto run, it means we our if we make any changes in our Spring Boot project, so it automatically runs our application. Okay, so we are using this dependency in our project. In previous video we seen that how we can start our project again and again. Okay, so in this video we are not going to start our project again and again, or we simply be adding this dependency and enable our auto configuration. Okay, so go in our sts id. Okay, in this pom.xml file. Okay, go to pom.xml file. Okay, and we added I already added this dependency. Okay, Spring Boot dev tools. Okay, I already added this dependency. You need to add this dependency in your in Spring Boot project. Okay, so now we today we are going to see that instead of passing parameters, now we are instead of passing parameter we are going to pass an object. Okay, so firstly let's understand the flow program, just like in controller layer, service layer, and pojo layer. Okay, so to understand this flow, uh, yeah, okay, just let's understand the layered application. Okay, layered application. Okay, Spring Boot is a Spring Boot project divided into layered application. Okay, in controller, what's controller is routing. Okay, in controller we are defining the routing. In service we are defining the business logics. Okay, or in DAO layer. Okay, in database layer we are all the database related logic we are define on this package. Okay, on this layer. Okay, all these will be coded using corresponding packages. Okay, move the logic to the service layer. Okay, now we see how we are going to pass an object instead of passing the parameter. Okay, so let's open our sts id. Okay, in this sts id just instead of instead of passing parameter we are going to pass a object. Okay, firstly we need to create an object. Okay, in this okay, firstly I created this pojo package. In pojo package I created a add num class. Okay, in add num class it consists num1 and num2, or we define a getter setter. So how you can generate getter setter automatically by using id shortcut. Okay, in id shortcut just right click and source. Okay, source, and in this source you just right click and you can see that's how there is a multiple methods you can generate through id. Okay, instead of typing it. Okay, so control s. Okay, just control s, and as we seen that's in calculator service, in service layer we define a business logics. Okay, business logics. Okay, so in this in this layer I define business logic just like public. Okay, public into return. Yes, so it gives get some, and using this object. Okay, add num. Okay, add num, or add num, just import it. Okay, and how to use return. Okay, return statement is also there and simple. Okay, uh, so So we get an object. Okay, we need a sum, sum in the class. Okay, so first make a variable of sum. Okay, name the sum and add num, add, okay, just control space. Okay, it gives the suggestion. Okay, it gives to you suggestion. Okay, adds num and then get num1. Okay, then plus and add num or get num2. Okay, or yeah, and just return this sum. Okay, let's return this sum. Okay, so we write the logic of get sum in in service layer. Okay, in service layer, we write the logic of get sum. Okay, then then what we are going to do now, we use this get some method in controller layer. So how we can use this get some method? So just by creating object, you can easily use this get some method. Okay, so creating the object of service class. Okay, so service method, service class. Okay, service calculator service. Okay, creating object. How you can create object? Okay, calculator by new keyword. By using new keyword you can create an object. Okay, uh, okay. Calculator, mm, calculator, okay, we make it object. Okay, so so we need to pass here an object. So how we can pass an object? Okay, so passing object, which object we want? Add sum. Okay, add sum is our object, is object. Okay, so we need to pass instead of parameter we are passing the object. So how we can pass object in spring boot? So okay, in this method, add sum. Okay, add sum. Okay, add num. Okay, sorry, add num is there, add num. Okay, what happened? Add num, add num. Okay, just import it, just import it, return statement get void. Okay, just so whenever you pass an object instead of parameter, so using a notation called request body. Okay, request body, request body. Okay, we are going request body. So add num. Okay, add num. Okay, add num. So in so we import add num object in our controller, and we create an object of, okay, object of calculator service. So in calculator service, we declare a method with which name is get sum. Okay, so how we can get this method? Okay, calculator dot get sum. Okay, get sum. Okay, get sum, this method. Okay, so we are using this and int. Okay, sum. Okay, sum, we are declaring object and just return it. Okay, just return return this sum. Okay, just return this sum. Okay, now we are returning this sum. uh, let's see what happened. Okay, uh, okay, now our application are all okay. Control S, we will save our application. Mm, just close it and save it also. Add that component, just remove it and save it, and pom.xml is also there. Okay, now just right click and run as. Okay, run as maven build. Okay, maven build clean. Okay, spring boot colon run. Okay, colon, let's start our application. Okay, let's see what happened. Instead of passing parameter, we are passing. Okay, what happened? Hmm, build failure. Okay, we are passing, I think, wrong command. Let's run. Let runs directly. Okay. Let's see what happened in this project. Okay, jar file total times. Okay, list right. Okay, okay, okay. Mm, Jaxson. Okay, calculator service. Okay, and what we are doing here, get some method. Okay, get some instead of passing this. Okay, then Zolar. Okay, now why our application is failed to start? Just right click. Okay, maven build. Okay, clean clean spring boot colon run. Okay, let's see what happened. It's all. Yeah, let it start our application. Okay, just if you are facing such type of issue, just like application is not going to start, so you are using commands also. Commands is a better way to handle the errors. Okay, so just copy it. Okay, open the postman and just call the hit the button, and we got response. Okay, so we are passing, just like if you are using a object, so you need to pass an a JSON object. Okay, JSON data. Okay, so how you can pass the JSON data? Just go on just postman. Yeah, go on postman and on body select row and JSON. Okay, so you can pass. Okay, just we change the value of it. Okay, 56. Okay, just see right hands. Okay, now we can see yeah, all those things we already seen that. Okay, now spring boot. Okay, spring boot, what spring is so powerful. Why spring boot is so powerful? Why? Because it manages the dependency. Okay, auto configuration, embedded tomcat. Okay, application dot properties default configuration is allowed. Okay, application annotation based. Okay, no need of XML configuration. As you know that in spring we are defining the configuration of files in in XML file. Okay, so instead of doing this, we are using only our notation, and we can we our application runs smoothly. Okay, so spring boot uses core spring. Okay, core spring. So core spring concept is just like a core spring system, IOC. IOC, inversion of control. Okay, so spring boot. Okay, spring tells us. Okay, what tells us? Hey developer, you don't create object. Spring will create it and give you whenever you need. Okay, so instead of in this okay, let's see. Yeah, just like in controller layer. Okay, we just see that we explicitly go creating a object of calculator service. Okay, and then then use it. Okay, so spring tells us you do not want to create a object. Okay, spring will take care of it. Okay, so how spring will take care of it, let's see. Okay, so how spring being work in the system. Okay, okay. So just see guys, at the red component, add logger in constant and test, add logger in constructor as test if the object is okay. Let's see how is it being work. Okay, so just open it and in instead of using this component. Okay, component. Okay, component, at the red component. At the red component is an annotation. Okay, yeah, annotation which create. Okay, which create the object of service class. Okay, because spring spring tells us you do not create you do not create object, okay, Spring will take care of it, okay. So using this component annotation, it will create a object of calculator service, okay. How it will create, let's see, okay. Let's see. So we comment it, okay, we comment it. Now we are using Spring annotation to create a object, okay. So just this is our need, okay. So we just paste it, okay. And now let's see what happened, okay. Just add that auto wire, okay. Okay, at the rate auto wire annotation, when we need a dependency, okay, just like in a controller class, we need we need a service class. So our dependency on service class, so dependency injection, yes. Auto wired is the concept of dependency injection, okay. So we injected a dependency in our controller class, so auto wire injected a dependency, okay. So let's understand, let's run, save it, okay. Let's see, okay, the application failed to start, okay. What happened, controller demo service could not found, okay. Controller demo service could not found, what happened? Hmm, controller demo service, okay. Demo.controller required a bean type, okay. Bean type, bean type that could not be found, okay. Injecting the following is required to, okay. So let's see what happened in this, guys. It failed to start. Wired, okay. Removing this field injection in construction injection is okay. Let's discuss, okay. Just we firstly we save, okay, then we run, okay. Let's happen what, okay guys, okay guys, let's see. Unchange can started, okay. Well, our project, because we this this, okay. Just see guys what errors uh, are coming, okay. uh, because just like field calculator in com.example.demo.calculator calculator controller required a bean type, किससे bean requirement, we if we are not saying, just like we are not creating the object, okay. Spring will take care of it, okay. Then we need to inject in control class, okay. So we need, so we need this object, so um, okay. Then run it, let test it, it is workable or not, okay. Just run it, okay, it is workable, okay. Let's change the value, okay. 44, okay, it's workable, okay. Now now let's understand what is to experiment in both of them, okay. You just you just need to do one thing, okay. Add a logger, okay. Add logger in constructor and test if the object is created, okay. So how Spring will create the object, is it will create or not. So if you want to check it, so adding the constructor on the service class, so when a constructor call, it means our object has been created, okay. So ask Spring give this object to us in controller, so we can use it for the calling add method, okay. The experiment is how this Spring able to do this, okay. How this Spring able to do this, let's see guys, by using, okay. By using, let's see guys, in this diagram we can see that in this diagram this is Spring IOC container, okay. Spring IOC container in which Spring IOC container is able to manage the dependency, okay. It configure our dependencies, manage dependencies, so this is all the work of Spring container, okay. So in Spring Container, if we are uh, declaring, okay, if we are declaring uh, uh, okay, if we are declaring, or we are annotate, just like at the rate component, okay, at the rate component on calculator service, okay. So it Spring is in a container. So if we are not declaring at the rate component on a calculator service, so it is outside of the outside of the, yeah, just outside of the Spring container. So if when we declare the address component, so it's comes inside the Spring container. So it so Spring can use, okay, so Spring can use auto wiring and inject dependency and using this class, okay. So uh, let's see, let's go back into our project, okay. So why you can see that this these blue lines are blue underlines are coming, okay. Why this coming, okay. So let's see that. Immediately return this expression instead of assigning in it temporary variable sum, okay. So बोल रहा है कि ये sum में जो value है, you need no need to assign, you no need to assign a variable. So instead of this you directly return this, okay. So let's see, just copy it, paste it, okay. Yeah, just let's happen, that's what happen, let's see, okay. Right, okay. Let's go to our postman and just hit the URL, okay. Just see, result are same, okay. The result are some but instead of this is also we what happened, remove this field injection and use the constructor injection instead, okay. So we are you remove this like a field. Yes, it is be like a field. So remove this field injection and using constructor injection. So let see in previous in आगे वाली वीडियो पर देखेंगे कैसे जस्ट लाइक कंस्ट्रक्टर इंजेक्शन वी आर यूजिंग, ओके. सो so why this suggestion are coming, because I using a sonar lint, okay. Sonar is a tool which are which suggested us to suggest suggest that what good practices you follow to write the code, okay. Let's move ahead, okay. Hmm. Okay, let's see guys, just like we are at the red component, okay. At the red component, just like is also be at the red controller, at the red service, at the red service, and at the, all are same, because when we declare at the red component in our class, so it's automatically create the beans of object, okay, beans of class, okay. It's automatically created. So at the red controller or also using component, and this at the red service is also using this component, and at the red repository is also using the component. So let's see how it can use. Just see and hover it, okay. Just hold it, F3, okay. F3, yeah. See guys, rest controller is controller, okay. Just hover F3, just see guys, uh, see, just like it is also using at the red component, okay. So at the red component, at the at the red component, the red service, at the red repository, these all are at the red component. But if we follow the layered architecture, just like a controller layer, service layer, DAO layer, so in this layer naming conventional is also we follow. So because if we writing our if we are defining our routing, so we are using at the rate components, our at the rate just component. If we are using our business logic, so we are defining the our at the red service. If we define any database related logic, so we are using at the red repository. Okay. Let's move it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We are seeing that we already seen that. Okay, we covered it. Okay, we also covered it. Auto wired also covered it. IOC container. Okay, IOC container, IOC container. Okay, IOC container. Okay, Spring IOC container, Spring Boot factory IOC container. In Spring Boot, there is two main IOC containers. Okay, first Spring factory container and application context container. Mostly we are using application context container because it is very famous in Spring application. We are using it. Okay, this is our what is where is our STS. Okay, this is our STS. So Spring Boot first. Okay, just like Spring Boot. Okay, first Spring Boot application class application. Okay, and just hover it. This is our Spring Boot. Okay, two containers being used. We already seen that how is naming convention are being followed in industry. Okay, so dependency injection. Okay, dependency. So that's it for this video. In other video we are going to see that how the field injection are being going to how we are using constructor injection instead of using the field injection. When using the constructor injection, no need of using auto wired. Spring will default inject the spring beans to you. Okay, take input from tool or better. Okay, dependency lookup, you need to ask and take spring is available in a container. Okay, this all those things we are going to discuss in other video because this video is too long for now. Okay, how 27 minutes. Okay, this all those things are remaining. Okay, in other video we cover it. Okay, so let's revise it. Okay, let's revise what we discuss in this video. Okay, so in this video we seen that. Okay, we seen that uh, yeah, we seen that instead of passing the param we wanted to pass an object. Okay, an object having both number and num2. So spring app spring application java class to hold. spring application में अपन ने बनाई थी java class जो number और num2 को hold कर सके. So we provide instead of passing this number and num2, we are passing a JSON object. Just see that just like in postman we are passing the object. Okay, JSON object. Okay, uh, this one at the rate. So with at the rate request body. Okay, spring convert the JSON to java object. Okay, we are using the at the rate request body annotation to convert spring to spring to java object. Okay, Jaxson library. Okay, layered application, we seen that how layered application work in spring. Just like a controller or the routings are defined in controller, and in service layer all the business logics are been defined. In DAO layer all the bases related logics are been defined. Okay, these layers will be coded using the corresponding packages. Okay, move the add logic to the service logic. Okay, now we seen that how we can implement the add logic in service package. Okay, so we already seen that your logs should flow. So logs, let's discuss in other video. Logs is also be remaining, so we discuss in other video how the logs being work. So why spring is so powerful? Because managing dependency, auto configuration, embedded tomcat spring application dot properties, default configuration, and notation based. Okay, so spring a core concept है. Okay, we already seen that spring boot system, spring IOC container version of control. Okay, head developer, so IOC container, what tell to the developer. Okay, head developer, you don't create the object, spring will create it and give whenever you need. Okay, so occupy. Okay, this also be remaining. Okay, just like at the red component, the network wired. Okay, we already seen that how it being work. Okay, so that's it for video. Let's meet in another video, and thank you for all being here.